He up and coming, man. If y'all got a chance, subscribe to him, man. Positive energy.
Hey, what's up, man? It's PE to the PE, positive energy. And if you want to get plugged into the newest and latest hip hop apparel, including the TRBRC shirts, go on over to hoodg.com. They got everything you need. They got varsity jackets, they got track shoes, hoodies, hats, everything you need to get right, man. So go on over to hoodg.com. That's hoodgee.com. Hoodg.com. One. What up? What up? What up? What up? What it? It's your boy PE to the PE, positive energy, aka Pep A Spliff, aka AHI. Y'all know what it is, man. It's all about that peace, man. That positive energy of showing constant elevation. We constantly elevating over here. You know what I mean? Right now, it's all about the gold gang, man. That's right. 40 fucking Niners. If you didn't know, excuse the language, but it was needed. Uh, it's a Saturday night, late Saturday night before Sunday, which would be the game against. I'm going to talk about two games here tonight. Definitely about to talk about my Niners. Before I get to my Niners, we'll talk about the Niners and the Rams, two big games coming up tomorrow. But also, I want to start off talking about the Chiefs and the Texans, which ensures to be a highly exciting game, pitting two young quarterbacks against one another. And if not just two young quarterbacks, probably the two most exciting and best young quarterbacks came out of the same 2017 draft. Both was passed over by the team with the number 2 pick and the Chicago Bears in favor of Mitchell Trubisky. And I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Everybody, in my audience, who I'm talking to, the people I'm talking to, we would say it's clear why, obvious why you would pick Trubisky over Mahomes and Watson. Just because those were black quarterbacks and y'all perceived to be the white quarterback for pick at that spot. But when it comes down to it, talent that those two brothers men have and character that they've shown so far throughout their career, especially Watson, has been nothing but exemplary. So, big mistake by the Bears by not taking either one of those guys. And that is going to be a great game tomorrow. Can't wait to see that. So, yeah, man. With that being said, I came to spend most of my time talking about my San Francisco 49ers. We have a big game tomorrow. It is very huge in the sense that it is a division game, our first division game, and to be quite honest, to me, our first. No, I'm not. Technically, our first real opponent, being that the Browns is a little bit banged up. Corners, Denzel Ward, and them Greedy Williams, neither one of them was there, so that had a lot to do with what their defense could do and all that. So the Tampa Bay Bucks wasn't really an exciting, big test. Neither was the Steelers, who was banged up. Neither was the Bengals, who was not really good. So this will be our first real test. 4-0, and people wondering if we will. But the way we are built and the way our identity is, it travels and will go anywhere at any time. When you can run the ball and play good defense, you can have a chance in any in on any level. So we had this formula with Harbaugh to the Super Bowl. But Harbaugh wasn't the offensive play caller or genius that Shanahan is. Or I think it's Cal. Michael Cal. Cal is Mike's son. Shanahan, man, my bad. Go, he's an excellent play caller, excellent coach. And when it comes to running, okay, we have three, if not four, tailbacks, maybe even five, that you can run with and give you fresh legs and fresh hard carries 30 times a game. If your running back only got to worry about carrying the ball 12 to 15 times a game instead of 25 to 30, he can give his all every time he touch it. Run hard, hit the hole. And not only that, he's playing for more carries, so he's going to hit the hole hard, and give it his all every carry and try to do what he got to do to stay on the field. And what happens when you got a committee all are similar and close in talent, utilize, have, and Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida, Raheem Mostart, if healthy, Jarek McKinnon, but we ain't seen him play in 2 years. And then Wilson Jr. If we need a fourth back who gets pushed to the side, then we got a quarterback that was groomed under Brady and in the Belichick system, so he know how to manage a game, make the correct throws, the correct reads. Doesn't have to be overwhelming athleticy, but can run the offense. We have a tight end like Gronkowski that can be his safety valve in time of need. The tight end is a matchup problem, and then you got receivers who could just get open, no dynamic ones. Just like the Patriots, they never really had any dynamic receivers. They had good route runners, slot guys, guys that could do different things, but never was like a true number one. Aside for the time they had Randy Moss. Okay, even Edelman, Amendola, those are slot, not really. Wes Welker slot, not really a number one outside type player. But like I said, we got speed on the outside with Godwin, Goodwin. Hopefully in the slot with Debo, and if Debo Samuel, and if Dante Pettis could ever, you know, come around and develop, we'll have a pretty what decent receiving core to work with if your game plan is to run the ball and play off of play action, which was what we built for. If you got a good defense, do that, which we have. And what do you need most notably to make today's NFL? You need people who can get after the pass rusher and stuff the run. Defensive line up. Deal with the defensive line, then you deal with corners who can cover 2, 3 seconds, and then if you give a cornerback 4 seconds, anything after 4 seconds can happen. I mean, it's not the cornerback's out. So if the ball ain't out the quarterback's hand within 3 seconds, then it's on the D line. If you got a D line that can get the ball out of the quarterback's hand 3, 4 seconds, got a nice mix. So what do we have on the defensive line? Well, what we have is 5 first round picks. 5 people that was on the first, 4 by us, the 49ers, and one we picked up in a free agency or in a trade, excuse me, from the Chiefs and D Ford, edge wrestler. We didn't have last year, which we have this year, and who playing like from the Ohio State. So we have two great edge rushers, Ford and Bosa. We have two guys up the middle, DeForest Buckner. He's one of the best young defensive tackles in the league, probably top five. And then you got Eric Armstead, first round, who's finally starting to develop at 6'7", 6'8". Inside, can hands up and take away passing lanes. So we got push. Now we got rotation. Like I said, the fifth first rounder, Solomon Thomas, which was the number 3 pick. You know what I'm saying? Who's still finding his way. He's been dealing with some personal issues, you know what I'm saying? The death of his sisters and this, that, and other. So, had as an effect, but now he's starting to come in. So if you rotate him and Ronald Blair, another interior defensive lineman, you got an edge rusher and a deep, so you can rotate and keep these guys fresh, just like you're keeping your tailbacks fresh. So not only do we have good pieces at, at positions that we need, we have depth that we can rotate and keep people fresh so they can give maximum effort at that position. Okay, so now this is how our defense set up. This is in this age of three wide receiver set, you rarely have a true 4-3 or 3-4 setup. You usually have a nickel back, so where you're gonna have four down linemen and two linebackers, five DBs. That's the base personnel in the NFL, which you would be in probably 60 to 65, depending on the team you're playing, maybe 70% of the time. So with that being said, this is the base defense we can trout out there. We'll have D Ford on one end, Nick Bose on the other end. Forrest Buckner had one defensive tackle, Eric Armstead. Now, with that being said, we have a front four that we can get pressure without having to blitz, which is key when you can drop seven into coverage, play zones, and have uh, you know, have seven defenders in coverage and still getting pressure where they don't have to cover all day. So with that being said, you have Keywan Williams, a nice slot cornerback, okay? And you have Richard Sherman locking down one corner who's still playing excellent. And then on the other corner, you have Jason Barrett, who last game against the Browns going up against Landry and Odell Beckham. I didn't even hear his name. And as a cornerback or lineman, offensive lineman, if you don't hear your name, that is pretty much the highest form of flattery that you didn't did your job. So that means he didn't get called for pass interference. He didn't get beat for no long big plays, or you didn't. Nobody made no little catches, and he came up and really made no tackles. So it was like they wasn't even throwing his way. He did a good job. So corners is good, and then we have two versatile safeties. Whereas when most defenses want to go power and go 4-3 and bring one of their and have the linebacker in to try to stop the run of, you know what I'm saying, to put seven in the box, still have four of the coverage. They will have to take one of their DBs off of there and bring in a linebacker where we can move Quiz Jaquiski Tart into the box, and he can play as a safety linebacker role and be in the box. And now you got seven in the box, and then you got Jimmy Ward, who's a free safety slot corner type of player who can coverage. So you can still have five people man up in coverage with the Tart on the helping in the run or underneath. So now, if you plan a cover three shell, a cover three where two corners on the outside and your free safety single high is in your defense, and they're just covering thirds of the field. Three, those three dropping back, and with four underneath, it's like the coverage is crazy. You because you can drop Thurman to cover one corner. Verrett to cover the other corner. Jimmy Ward covering everything deep in the middle, side to side. And then underneath, I didn't even talk about the linebackers yet, which would be young athletic Fred Warner, who led the league in team tackles, was third in NFL in tackles last year with 125. And then the free agent pickup we got from Tampa Bay Bucks was Quan Alexander. You got those guys roaming sideline to sideline underneath, and then you drop it slot, and it's and the three in the slot, and Jim. It's like okay, you got the three dropping deep, two corners dropping deep, and a single high. Boom, that's three defenders dropping deep. Then you got the slot and Jaquiz Tart that you can roam and coverage. You can have the slot Keywan Williams guarding the slot receiver man to man, and the other three covering doing zone coverage across the middle, which would be Jaquiski, Tart, Warner, and Quan Alexander. And you can also mix in blitzes with those coverages and all that too. If you understand what I'm trying to say, our defense is very, very, very formidable. We have the makings for a very, very tough defense. Along with a running game, we will be forced to be reckoned with all year. And this game here against the Rams, we can take a foothold on our division by letting the Rams know they will be 2.5 games behind us. We will be a force all year and send notice to the Seahawks. Also, tough with this game, the next 4 games after this one, we will be favored probably in the next 3 games. I think we have Cardinals, maybe the Redskins, and can't think of the third team, but we have a real good chance to be 8-0 if we win this one. No worse than 7-1 through the first half of the season. So we're really looking to establish a first round bye, and you know what I'm saying? It's the search for six. We trying to get 6 rings. You know what I'm saying? To be the third team to get 6 rings, and then hopefully we can get that and then take it a little bit further. But man, it's your boy PE to the PE, man. Positive energy. Y'all know what it is. It's gold gang. We about to get it. It's the 40 fucking Niners by the bay. You already know what it is. It's going down. We about to get it. And you know what I'm saying? Rams, same old sorry ass Rams. You know what I'm saying? Same old sorry ass Rams. We back. No Gurley tomorrow. No Akib to lead. Y'all can't stop the run. Y'all defense is a sieve, just leaking with holes everywhere. Man, play action gonna kill y'all. I see Goodwin going deep on them on a play action pass. I see Kittle having a big day. And you know what it is. It's the Niners, man. You know what it is. One love. Peace. Because positive energy assures constant elevation. Because we elevating over here. One.
All about the positive energy and the culture and pushing the culture forward in a positive direction.
Hey, what's up, man? It's PE to the PE, positive energy. And if you want to get plugged into the newest and latest hip hop apparel, including the TRBRC shirts, go on over to hoodg.com. They got everything you need. They got varsity jackets, they got track shoes, hoodies, hats, everything you need to get right, man. So go on over to hoodg.com. That's hoodgee.com. Hoodg.com. One.
They up and coming, man. If y'all got a chance, subscribe to them, man. Positive energy.